Hello! This video explores the streets of Myeongdong. Myeongdong is known as a representative tourist destination in Korea. It was the first government-designated special tourist zone in Korea. The name Myeongdong means brightly shining neighborhood in Korean. As you can see from the streetscape, the dazzling lights of the shops illuminate the streets, brightly lit even at night. Myeongdong attracts the most foreign tourists in Korea and is uniquely characterized by its abundance of street food vendors. You can find a truly diverse range of street food. Most of the stalls here are licensed by the local government. While street vendors are illegal on most streets in Korea, this area is unique in that it's designated a special tourist zone, allowing licensed vendors to operate. This is why the streets are filled with stalls, and this is what gives this area its unique atmosphere. This area was a residential area during the medieval Joseon Dynasty. It is known that poor scholars from other regions primarily resided here. This ordinary residential area transformed into the commercial district it is today in 1885. At that time, various foreigners resided here. As a result, the most cutting-edge technologies and diverse cultures first emerged here, making it a trendy destination. In the past, Seoulites even called Myeongdong downtown. It was a bustling area, teeming with people and a large foreign population. Now, with so many places in Seoul as bustling as Myeongdong, the term downtown is no longer used. Now, if you say downtown in Seoul, you can't tell where it is. Myeongdong was once home to many foreigners, including Qing Dynasty residents. The Qing Dynasty people are today's Chinese. Therefore, the reason the Chinese embassy in Korea is located here is because of its long-standing historical background. Looking to the left, you'll see the Myeongdong Art Theater building. It's currently used for theatrical performances. This building was built as a movie theater by Japanese capitalists in 1935 during the Japanese colonial period. With 1,100 seats, it was the largest movie theater in Korea at the time. If you walk to the right from here for about 5 minutes, you'll reach Myeongdong subway station. I'll turn left. I'm going to take a walk around Myeongdong Street. I'm standing right in the center of Myeongdong Street. It's the most crowded place. Every winter, a Christmas tree is set up in front of Myeongdong Theater. In Korea, the world's best professional gamer, Faker, became the face of a McDonald's advertisement. You can see Faker's face on the wall. He recently became the first Korean esports player to receive a Medal of Honor. He's as popular among Koreans as soccer player Son Heung-min. I'm also a fan of Faker. I was truly impressed when he overcame his slump and won 3 consecutive world championships. He's the only professional gamer in the world to have won 6 world championships. Looking to the right, you'll see a cluster of Korean restaurants. You'll mostly see Korean fried chicken places. There are also outdoor tables. Because it's winter and the weather is cold, you won't see many people eating outside. In the summer, you'll see even more tables. Here, I'll turn left. You'll see a store with Olive Young written across the street. This is a must-visit cosmetic store for anyone traveling to Korea. It's a popular place in Korea because you can try a wide variety of products for free. I also frequent this place often. There are a ton of Olive Young stores in Myeongdong. I've arrived back at the street vendors I walked down earlier. This time, I'll go straight. Near Myeongdong Street is Myeongdong Cathedral. It's about a 5-minute walk to the left. It's Korea's first Catholic cathedral. Myeongdong is also famous for being the place where Catholicism first spread to Korea. In 1785, during the reign of King Jeongjo, a secret Catholic gathering was discovered here, leading to the mass execution of Catholic believers. Catholicism, embodied in the idea of human equality, fundamentally undermined the Joseon Dynasty's hierarchical system of nobility, commoners, and slaves, and thus it was inevitable that they would be executed. Indeed, while imperialist nations outwardly preached humanitarianism through missionaries, they were actually seeking to dominate their own countries. Therefore, the ruling class of Korea at the time likely did not view the missionaries in Korea with a positive outlook, even if some had good intentions. This incident led to the construction of Myeongdong Cathedral, which remains a significant site in Korean political history. Myeongdong Street is bustling with people, but it has one problem. There are only shopping malls and no parks. There used to be a park, but due to poor urban planning, the parkland was sold in 1968. The site is now occupied by a shopping mall. As a result, even if you want to take a break on this wide street, there's no place to relax comfortably. You have no choice but to use the cafes here. Streets like this are common in Seoul. The lack of easily accessible parks sometimes makes people seem restless. Perhaps that explains the high coffee consumption in Korea. Aside from cafes, there's no other place that comes to mind for relaxation or conversation. Another problem is the large number of religious missionaries targeting tourists.
They approach people pretending to ask for directions and then engage in proselytizing. This is a common occurrence in bustling Korean cities.
Koreans are generally friendly, but there are groups that exploit that friendliness for their own gain.
This is why Koreans tend to be wary of those who ask for directions.
So foreign tourists might perceive Koreans on the street as unfriendly, but with so many religious people engaged in missionary work, it's unavoidable. I've experienced the same thing myself. It was quite unpleasant. They often approach you pretending to be religious, but later demand money. While Korea is a safe country, you should be wary of these unscrupulous missionaries. If you continue down this road, you'll reach Myeongdong subway station. The road behind me is the one where the Myeongdong Theater I saw earlier is located. This area of Myeongdong is known for having the most expensive land prices in Korea. This is because, as a major tourist destination in Seoul, it's always crowded. Tourists tend to spend generously on places they might never visit again, especially foreigners. When I travel abroad, I also spend more because I know I won't be able to return, which is why sales are so high. With such high sales, land prices naturally rise. This is said to be the 9th most expensive land in the world. You may have seen the building under construction at the intersection we passed earlier. That's the most expensive land in Korea. You can see an Olive Young store here too. It's a different store than the one we saw earlier. There are 7 stores on Myeongdong Street alone. That means a lot of tourists visit this store. As you saw earlier, you can see LED monitors installed here and there in the alleyways of Myeongdong Street. There weren't any like this before, but it seems like they were installed recently. I'm standing at an intersection. To the right is the Chinese embassy in Korea. I continue straight. I've exited the Myeongdong Alley. From here, on the right is the Seoul Central Post Office, and you can see a giant LED display board in front. That building is the main branch of Shinsegae department store. Every December, a Christmas video is broadcast on the LED screen attached to the building's wall. Because the video is different every year, it attracts a lot of attention. On the day the video is first released, you can see a huge crowd. I visited in January, and it seems like the video is still being broadcast. That building is Korea's first department store. It was built here in 1930 by Japan's Mitsukoshi department store. After Korea gained independence, the building was acquired by the famous Korean company Samsung. Currently, the Samsung family's assets have been divided among the brothers, so the building is no longer owned by Samsung Electronics. This concludes my video. Thank you for watching.